Finger upon St. Agnes. Dear Irene. Sorry about the delay in responding to your last. I imagine you've been so busy looking after my new baby grandson, you probably haven't even noticed my absence in your inbox. Life on the trailer park has been even more dramatic than usual. Yasmin was hard up, so she dumped her grandchildren on me and went to Amsterdam for a few days. Apparently they love her massages over there and give her a lovely little booth with curtains and a pink light. She says it's marvellous for relaxation. But she returned to find her trailer completely ransacked. Everything was gone, including her stock of essential oils, which was disastrous. I mean, luckily, the kids found her precious crystal ball.
It's a pity she didn't have it with her, or she would have seen it coming.
Tell me now, who done it?
We didn't hear a thing. But of course one gets used to nightly screams and shouts and crashes, and once my spongy earmuffs are on, I could sleep through a chainsaw massacre. Even the dog slept through it, didn't you? Useless. And the police refused to investigate because the park's a no-go area. But Damon's site security team, who are always informed, of course, when people go away...
Mind my trailer.
No problem.
...say there've been a spate of raids, and we're the victims of a serial ransacker. Naturally, we're delighted that Karen has been safely delivered. There he is, I'm not surprised the labour took so long. After breaking my waters 2 weeks early, doing the 8th reel at a Masonic dinner dance, she took the rest of the fortnight to arrive. By the time she was born, I was crawling around the floor, begging to be put out of my misery. Oh, I must talk to Dave next door but one about getting iron bars on the window. The father of the new baby is as much a mystery to me as it probably is to her. I've no idea what she got up to before Damon. I mean, Sabrina remembers a tall blonde man who visited Howard at Sheep Dippers. She thinks he was the vet. I mean, I didn't like to probe, you know, she's only 6. But she says he and Karen often went to the sheep shed together. Well, I know that someone has to hold the sheep's head while the vet shoves his hand up the other end. So, I mean, perhaps one thing led to another. But I'd be amazed if he's any friend of Howard's. As far as I know, they're all confirmed bachelors.
What are you talking about, Mumsy? I'm a happily married man.
Me too.
I'm sending Karen a card and a baby grow. I got the one with the longest legs and then added a bit, so I hope it'll accommodate. Sabrina's really looking forward to seeing pictures of her baby brother. As to names, my father was a Charlie, and Karen's paternal grandfather was called Wilfred. Could never get him out of the potting shed. Sabrina suggests Snoop after a favourite pop star. Oh, well, I must finish and cook tea for all the kids and Yasmin. I'm feeding them until Yasmin gets a new cooker installed. It's a good job she did so well in Amsterdam. She loves her work being so hands-on. I must say, she looks knackered. Love to you all, and a kiss for my new grandson. It's getting to be quite a tribe. Love as ever, Vera. Oh, P.S. It appears I did sleep through a chainsaw massacre. Security tells me there was one the other night at trailer 206. A domestic that got out of hand. And the trailer's just a pile of splintered wood. And there were no survivors.
Oh, she says I live dangerously.
Oh, it'll do.
Dear Vera, detached at last are the photographs of baby boy Small. Still no name yet, so we're calling him the name that was on his little hospital wristband. It makes him sound like a boxer, doesn't it? I know. I'm sorry that the pictures are a bit blurry, but I was using this new phone camera, which I've treated myself to. As you can see, I had to put it on the paramanic menu so that you could get the full length of his legs in. Isn't he bonny? Karen is doing very well postpartum, and in fact has tonight expressed some of her milk so that I can feed baby boy while she and Leslie have a girls' night out. I must say, she's recovered her figure very quickly, judging by the outfit she chose to go out in. Have a good time. Don't worry, I shall be fine. I got the ironing. Anyway, mustn't luxuriate in the world of words. Nanny Spencer's on full-time duty tonight. Plus, I have to run myself up some summer frocks because, would you believe this? Leslie has sent all my clothes back to England. Inadvertently, of course. Oh, could you possibly send that butterick pattern you used to have for a box-pleated summer frock? Only if it's to hand. I mean, I know it's old, but, well, it always looked timeless on you. Baby boy sends a kiss to Granny Small and to big sister Sabrina. Love, Irene.
Dear Irene, thank you for your newsy email and the photos of the baby. We both think it's time he had a proper name. Whatever nonsense Karen spouts about his personality. I mean, at this rate, he'll grow up without one. Sabrina took another look at the photos and suggested...
Gummy, like my goldfish.
To be honest, darling, I think Gummy would be nearer the mark. I do know what you mean about technology. Yasmin has finally had this new digi-cooker installed. I've been trying to use it. She's had to take a night job, outdoors apparently, in all weathers, poor love. Well, this techno-chef has got hundreds of labour-saving devices, but a menu, which in the case of a cooker you might expect, is the last thing I can find. I can't even get the blasted thing to light. Oh, bum, biatch, blooming burner. Yasmin's grandchildren are about to have sandwiches for the last few days. I've telephoned the gas people a dozen times and all I get is Vivaldi. That poor man must be turning in his grave. I've also had to forbid Sabrina access to the net. And sometimes it's difficult to tell if they're playing violent techno games or watching worldwide atrocities. Oh, speaking of which, Miss Clinch brought some charming refugees to view my trailer, and they liked it. Much better than the converted abattoir they'd been housed in. They weren't a bit put off by the murder and mayhem on the site. They said they've been living with that in Turkmenistan for years. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Though the trailer, even with its extension, is a bit small for 30 of them. Well, I must stop. It's time to wrestle with the cooker again. Where will it all end? Trust men to do away with God and put a microchip in his place. It'll serve them right if one day everything just explodes. And we women, as usual, will have to clean up after them. My love as ever, V. Oh, P.S. I've looked everywhere for that butterick pattern, but no joy. So I'm sending the frock instead. I've worn it for years. I'm sure you can let it out in all the right places. Now let's see what this does. Oh!
Dear Vera, thank you so much for the frock, which I've managed to take in after battling for long hours with the 18 box pleats. Yes, in order to get it to fit, I've had to reduce it to 12 box pleats, whilst taking in the waist, 6 or 7 inches, and letting out the bust. Quite a job, but I think it'll be worth it. It was so voluminous, I had enough material left over to make a little frock for Cheryl Marie and a tiny wee top for baby boy Small. We cut quite a dash when we go out shopping, don't we, darling? Right, the break-up. The other day in the market, do you remember? A lady said that we put her in mind of the Beverley sisters. I haven't thought of them for years, have you? Weren't they wonderful? Such beautiful chant houses and, oh, such a lovely picture of family life, I thought. It's such a pity for young people today that they don't have those clean-cut, effervescent, normal role models anymore, isn't it, really? I mean, if Sir Cliff were still top of the pops, honestly, it would be a very different world. Now then, Vera, which brings me to the question of you and your good deeds. Are you sure you're not biting off more than you can chew by offering a home to those refugees? I mean, it's very kind of you, but surely when you had that extension built, it was so that you and Sabrina would have a little more room to yourselves. Not so you could open another branch of the Red Cross. I mean, surely you're doing enough already for a community by feeding a prostitute's grandchildren.
A prostitute? Yasmin? What on earth's she on about?
Come along, darling. Don't be shy. Right. Oh, it's going to be lovely.
Which, of course, is very, very Christian of you, just as it should be. And Jesus himself was a wonderful role model, wasn't he? I think if it hadn't been for Sunday school and learning about Mary Magdalene, I think I'd still think that the world's oldest profession was chariot racing.
Darling, same time, same place, Chad.
Then again, I don't think that's the gas man.
Anyway, Leslie has taken Karen away for the weekend to a little B&B to chill out, which I believe is what they say these days instead of to relax. Kookaburra Rest in Lira Falls is where Karen and I went to stay when we escaped from Damon. Do you remember when he thought he was a dingo? There has been some dramatic and tragic news of him, which is why Karen needs to be chilled out. I will pop some newspaper cuttings in the post for you.
I saved Australia from the dingo man and now I'm being punished.
The fridge is full to bursting with express milk. Poor Karen, she said when she went away she felt like a Frisian cow. Oof. Do you know, I could do with chilling out myself, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, take care and do think about what I said about giving yourself too much to others. Because I'm coming! Granny's coming! Love, Irene. Ooh, read the newspaper cuttings. Now, a chook is a chicken and a slab of tinnies is a case of lager.
An eyewitness account is told to reporter Stu Jackson.
Pete Dalewood is a good bloke. Everybody what knows him says so. And so's his wife, Bev. They don't lie. They can handle a couple of slabs of tinnies apiece. And both of them are bloody good shots. A perfect pair of orcas, you might say. But that's where you'd be wrong, according to our whinging, sissy Liberal police chief. A dab hand with the rifle, Pete was shooting at a few dingo vermin while posing for Bev's amateur photos, what they hope would get printed in Reader's Pickies in the mag next month. Bang! Crack! Bullseye!
Oh!
Another dingo falls to Pete's Top Gun. But when they stroll over to inspect the shot patterns, instead of a dingo, there's a hairy bloke turned belly up, dead as a doornail, and 10 times as bloody.
I knew that was coming.
Bev and me was minding our own business, taking a few shots at some dingoes what were killing our chooks. How was I supposed to know at that distance that one of them was a human being? Peter's being charged with murder, and the little lady is grieving at home alone. It's that sissy, sticky-beak anti-gun lobby, says Bev, a blonde beauty. They've got that pinko police chief by the short and curlies. Pete done good, and look where it got him. He's a hero. That dingo man is now where he belongs. In hell.
The dingo man's identity is still a mystery, but as readers will see from Bev's superb close-ups on page 3 and 4, the tattoos rule Britannia and Arsenal forever tell their own tale. Oh my God, it's Damon. Those are definitely Damon's tattoos. Oh, I do hope he's not baby boy's father. Flat 66, Candida Court, Mandela Mount, Vicar upon St Agnes. Come on, Rexy. Dear Irene, no time for more than a quick hello. Miss Clinch came up trumps. Apart from some strange fungicidal growths in the crevices, I wonder if they're edible. This sucker, self-contained, two-bedroom, all-elect, digi-free council flat with puckung and balcony is delightful. I must say, it's a relief to be off the trailer park. The chainsaw incident was the last straw. More as soon as we're settled. Love, V. Oh, I'll mail Howard to find out if baby boy's possible father, the vet, is still around. Dear Howard, a quick mail with our new address. The council finally rehoused us. You may like to know, because I'm sure Karen won't have informed you, that you now have a large Australian nephew known as Baby Boy Small.
Oh.
His father, as far as we know, has been shot dead while masquerading as a dingo. It's a long story, don't ask.
Dingo? Details, girlfriend.
So Baby Boy, like Sabrina, will grow up without one. Perhaps under the circumstances, it's a blessing. I don't think a dingo is the best role model.
Oh, I don't know. I could get into a wolf man.
Tart.
Do you by any chance still have that nice vet? You might like to mention Karen's news to him.
St. John.
I will stop now as we're busy decorating. When we arrived, everything was red, green and gold. Rasta colours, according to Sabrina.
Show me some skin, Gran.
Yo, bro. Love, Mumsy.
Dear V and Sabrina, this is to wish you health and happiness in your new home. And you may be surprised to know that its good influence has already been felt down under. Because when I showed Karen your new address in Mandela Mount, she was finally inspired to name Baby Boy. So, a big welcome then, please, for
Nelson, Wilfred, Charlie, St. John, Small.
The first two of his middle names are after his grandparents, I know that. But why St. John? When I asked them about this St. John business, she and Leslie just smirked and giggled the way they do. Oh, they're as thick as thieves these days, our daughters. Not that I feel left out. Could I have a drop of that champagne, please? According to my late husband, Clive, I once stripped off at a cricket club dance. Well, what actually happened, I'd had 3 baby shams after half an hour of cha-cha. It was stifling hot and the ceiling fan had been bowled out by a wayward googly, apparently. But nothing like young women now. I mean, look at this. You know, I'd never have left my corselet on the parquet. I'll mail more later, as I've been asked to take Cheryl Marie and little Nelson out for a walk so that Leslie and Karen can sleep late undisturbed. They went clubbing last night. If in case you're wondering, going clubbing is not as violent as it sounds. It's what we used to call going to a dance. Except these days, the dance starts at midnight and it doesn't end till breakfast time. Thank heavens it hasn't always been like that, or Cinderella would have turned into a pumpkin while she was still queuing up to get into the ball, and Prince Charming wouldn't have looked at her twice. Well, not unless he was a devout vegetarian, I suppose. I am waxing lyrical, aren't I? I've been missing my creative writing classes. I really must find time to to go back to them. I wonder if I could pen a poem in the park while I'm looking after my 2 charges.
Oh, Lord, no. I can already hear the results. Oh. What a good thing I kept my trailer park earmuffs. Oh, they could work the African drumming too.
See if something's coming through. Listen.
Oh!